"28-day bills, maxi-refund risk on telephone operators." Not only the fine, but also a restorative mechanism that in essence aims to act as a substantial reimbursement. As anticipated by Soul24 or on newsstands last Thursday, for telephone companies the issue of billing at 28 days instead of a month is likely to turn into a drain not a little, well above the fine of $1.16 million that AGCOM has imposed, individually, in TIM, Vodafone, Wind Tre and Fastweb. The Italian Communications Authority has been weighed down by the resolutions with which it fined the four operators for their decision not to adapt, they should have done so since the end of June, to monthly billing for their services in the fixed or hybrid, fixed mobile. As reported in the document now published on the website of the authority, it is conceivable to think that everything will end up in court, with telco intended to counteract blow by pointing the index against what is considered an illegitimate commercial limitation. However, in an industry in which the prices of services fell by 14 points between 2012 and 2016, according to the provisions of AGCOM, telco will not be technically required to repay. Having said this, it is however established that they will have to cancel the quantum for the numbers requested by users for the eroded days starting from 23 June, from the first bill issued monthly. If the increase on an annual basis was 8.6 for $1.19 billion, as indicated in an AGCOM study, users will have to go back in the form of a transfer as much as they have paid more since 23 June. In short, hundreds of millions, considering that the companies, which have also announced that they will return to the monthly invoicing, also have time until April to adjust, as required by the 148/2017 tax decree, later converted into the 172/2017 law, that put one stop for 4 weeks for TLC and pay TV. What is the fault of the companies according to the authority? He continued to charge his bills on fixed, or fixed mobile hybrid offers, every 28 days after AGCOM itself, with Resolution 121/17, Cons, had established that billing may be for mobile offers as well. For the others it must be monthly. The March resolution gave 90 days to get in order, passed in vain. And so from 23 June, from the point of view of AGCOM, TIM, Vodafone, Wind Tre and Fastweb are de facto non-compliant. Hence the warning and then the fine with the telephone companies, however, immediately made it clear that they wanted to wait for the ruling in February of the TAR on their appeal against AGCOM. The authority, however, has not waited. And so the four resolutions, the 497/17 for Wind Tre, the 499/17 for TIM, the 498/17 for Vodafone Italy and the 517 for Fastweb, with the Commissioner Francesco Posteraro and published on December 21, over the fine contain a formulation that will certainly end up abelling the clash between AGCOM and companies, in defense of which, on the subject of 28-day billing, has openly sided in recent months the trade association Asso Telecomunicazioni STIL. The resolution states that companies are wary of providing, at the time of restoration of the billing cycle on a monthly basis or multiples of the month, to reverse the amounts corresponding to the consideration for the number of days that, starting from June 23, 2017, were not used by users in terms of service delivery due to the misalignment between the 4-weekly invoicing cycle and the monthly invoicing cycle. In the first invoice issued on a monthly basis, the operator is obliged to communicate with appropriate prominence that the transfer was made in compliance with this provision. Lack of heavy earnings to be sent down for telcos. That in the meantime some customers would have started to communicate for some weeks that the invoicing will return monthly, but with an annual fee that will remain stationary, therefore as what would have been collected with the 4 weeks. In this case, with an increase of 8.6 per year.